If you're thinking about redoing your kitchen soon, here are 6 things that I would definitely not scrimp out on if I was you whilst you're designing your kitchen. Hi, my name's Meg and I've recently been through a huge renovation project where we took a 1-bed bungalow to a 4-bed bungalow, and of course this involved adding a new kitchen to our home. So we are maybe thinking, should we move, should we stay? But in that process, it's made me really think about the things that I would put in my kitchen straight away when we move, or things that I would definitely avoid. So I've thought about these and I've come up with the 6 things that I would definitely put in my next kitchen. Apart from, I have left out things like a dishwasher because I just feel like everybody needs a dishwasher in this day and age. Okay, so number 1. My InSinkErator instant hot water tap. When you're designing your kitchen, this feels like it's totally not necessary. It feels like an expensive cost that's adding to the top of the kitchen, and you kind of think, well, I've lived this long without one now. Do I really need one? And that never crossed my mind because I'm obsessed with cups of tea. So I knew that having this hot water tap would just save me so much time and effort boiling the kettle. To say that it's my favorite thing, it's definitely worth the investment. I think we paid about £700 for our InSinkErator hot water tap. It's in gold. I love how it looks. So it's got filtered water coming out of the cold tap, normal hot water, and then boiling water as well. And you have to pull down the lever and pull so it is safe for any children or people with disabilities that might need to use it. But I can honestly say, hands down, if we were to move, that is the one thing that I will miss the most. It is just such a luxury, and I know it is expensive, but if you are paying monthly for your kitchen, it kind of spreads it all out and you kind of don't notice. And you've got to buy a tap anyway. And for a good quality tap, you're looking at £200. So the extra £500, is it worth it? I definitely think it's worth it. So if you're on the fence, I hope this is your sign to just go for it. Made this tea in seconds. So sometimes if I've got a call on the hour, I can run downstairs at 58 minutes, make my tea and get back upstairs with a few seconds to spare. It's that quick. Okay, number 2, also from InSinkErator. That is the name of the brand, but I'm sure there are other brands out there that do similar things. But this is our InSinkErator garbage disposal. Now, when it came up when we were going through our kitchen design process and it came up on the list of things that we could add, I was honestly like, what the hell is that? Who would actually want that? So I said, no, don't put it on there. And then we went away and I was thinking more and more about it, and I Googled it and I was watching some videos on it, and I just thought, that is life-changing. I absolutely hate the food bin. I cannot stand it. So you do not need a food bin with the InSinkErator garbage disposal. The only thing we can't put down there in this model of garbage disposal, not all of them, is our banana skins. But I have put a very, very mouldy banana down there before, and it literally just ate it up in no time at all, and it was absolutely fine. But mostly we put the banana skins in the black bin now, and then everything else will go down with the InSinkErator. I'm probably not the best person to explain the science behind the food blending process and where it goes afterwards, but I can say it's meant to be really good for the water. So I would go and check out InSinkErator videos on garbage disposals if you are thinking about getting one. But it is life-changing. Think about this. You don't have to scrape your food into a smelly food bin. When you lift the bag out, it then breaks and there's eggshells everywhere. None of that. You just chuck it down the sink and say goodbye to it all. It has honestly been one of the most unobvious things that I think I need ever. And we actually paid, I think, £90 for it. So actually, it's not that bad. I'm not sure in terms of the plumber costs how much we had to pay for that to be installed, but I can't imagine it's too much extra if you're having the InSinkErator tap as well. Okay, number 3. I feel like this is very adulty and a bit boring, but it is actually something that has changed my life and how I can actually feel like my kitchen is clean and organised, and that's having pull-out bins. So instead of having like a standalone bin where you're finding that the bin's constantly overflowing, you can get these pull-out bins as part of your kitchen design, and it just literally keeps everything hidden away. You don't have to think about it. Obviously, we don't have a food bin, so it's very rarely stinky because we're cleaning out all our recycling and then only getting rid of stuff in the black bin that is absolutely necessary. So it very rarely smells. Well, it doesn't smell at all, really. Once it's closed, you cannot smell it. And I just think it's one of the most practical things to have, because you no longer have to have a standalone bin just like getting in the way, or where am I going to put this? And it's not very aesthetic, a standalone bin. And the only thing I would say, which I will include in a regret video, is that I wish I put it in the utility room, because there are occasions where maybe we've had different food that week, or we've had more plastic than usual, where the bin might overflow somewhat, and I would like that to be hidden away in a utility room rather than smack bang in the kitchen here, because then the overspill, we could take it out the side of course, but sometimes it's raining and you just want to put it next to the bin, and I think, yeah, if I could put it in the utility room, I would. Okay, so I'm slightly embarrassed by this stat, but 98.5% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So if you're enjoying this video, then please consider giving me a subscribe, because I really appreciate it and it helps my channel grow. Thanks, guys. So although I don't do much cooking here in the house, even though it's something that I promised I would do when I got this kitchen, and I haven't, but one thing I absolutely love is this venting hob. I don't like the thought of having an ugly vent. And I know like lots of people are kind of like putting them this side of the wall and then building them in and making them look really traditional, but I still like absolutely hate them. And you know, you have to clean them. And I feel like having the hob this way is quite antisocial. So I think having it on the island is such a nice way to be able to still socialize while you're cooking. You can literally just lift this middle section out, give it a clean in the sink, or it's dishwasher friendly as well. So, and I absolutely hate a normal hob where you have to like lift up the iron and clean underneath, and this cleans in seconds. And I absolutely love it. And I think originally I was concerned about having the hob on the island, thinking of like, I don't know, having my friends' children round, like would they get hot? But it's not like that at all. So the way the hob works is it only heats where it detects the pan. So even if you do touch it, it won't burn you, only if when you pull the pan off, it's still quite warm there. But if you tend to kind of just keep children away from the hob anyway, like you would even if it was there or wherever, then you shouldn't have a problem. But yeah, we've had no problems with the hob so far. It was expensive. It was, I think, just over £1,000, maybe a bit more. But I think it's worth its weight in gold with the fact that you don't have to have a vent, which you'd have to pay for separately anyway. And it can be in the island, it's easy to clean. And that's one thing that I wanted from this kitchen. I wanted to make sure it was the easiest thing to clean, because you know, busy lifestyles, running a YouTube channel as well as a full-time job. I just wanted it to be the easiest thing to clean in the world. And I think having this hob has definitely helped that. Having the incinerator in the sink has definitely helped that as well. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, I would definitely think about it long and hard, because it is expensive, but I think the investment is worth its weight in gold, in the sense that it's so easy to clean and it's very sociable having it on the island as well. Okay, so my last point, I nearly forgot to add it to the list. I cannot believe that I even nearly forgot to put it on, because it is most transformational thing and it links in well with being easy to clean, and that is the Quartz worktop. I wouldn't sleep on Quartz because it is so robust, it doesn't scratch, it's so easy to clean. Like, we've got the cladding as well, so we don't have to clean any grout, don't have to clean any tiles. It literally just cleans up with a bit of dish soap and a sponge. It is, yeah, it is amazing. It isn't cheap, but you can get it cheaper if you find a local supplier. You can negotiate, especially if you've got cash, you know, money, you don't have to buy it on finance or a credit card. You can negotiate these prices down to get it a lot cheaper. You can work with your quartz supplier as well to see how maybe you can reduce quartz in some areas. So potentially, like, if it's cheaper to get another tall cabinet, then you could cut down the size of the quartz. It's usually not cheaper to do that. But for example, we've got waterfall on our island. We could just remove that and that would have saved us about £1,000. In hindsight, we probably would have done this, but it was just like we got swept in and it's too late now. But yeah, I wouldn't sleep on Quartz, because if you're not like me and you are thinking I want my kitchen to last me a lifetime and I don't want to move anytime soon, you will not regret getting Quartz worktops, because they are so robust and they will just last you a lifetime. And I feel like they're quite timeless as well, like veins in a stone material. I feel like it's quite timeless, and yeah, you won't regret getting the Quartz. I just realised I've actually missed one off this list, and that is our hidden utility room. When we were thinking about it, we weren't really sure if it was worth doing the hidden utility room, because it was a little bit extra cost, and we had to buy a whole double unit and then basically butcher it to get the doors. So we were unsure of whether it was worth to do the hidden utility room or not, but actually I think it works so well. The regret I have about the utility room is that it's just a bit too small for what like we want to use it for, which is like putting laundry to dry in there. But I definitely would say, if you're thinking about doing something fun and quirky in your kitchen and you're thinking about the hidden utility room, it's something that we really like, and it's nice to just put everything away in there. You can put your mop, your hoover, everything in there, and it just allows your washing machine to be in there, tumble dryer, which we haven't got, which we do regret not getting. But yeah, we absolutely love the hidden utility room. It is such a fun element. We've got the automatic lights that come on when you open the doors, so yeah, I really do enjoy that. We can hide like the toaster in there, and any mess can go in there and shut it. And it's not something someone would like open accidentally either. I feel like sometimes if you've got guests, they might go into the wrong room, but they're not going to just randomly start opening a couple of doors. So yeah, I absolutely love the hidden utility room, and it's something that I would say definitely consider if you want to add a bit of fun to your kitchen. So they're my 6 must-haves in a kitchen. I know there are things that I've missed off, like the dishwasher, like plenty of cupboard space and all that, but I think that's kind of a given with the dishwasher and plenty of cupboard space, so I didn't want to waste my points on something so obvious. So I hope that helps you influence your decisions if you're on the fence, or if you're not even thinking about a kitchen but you just want to know what I would put in my next kitchen. They are the top things. One of the first things I want to do when I move into a new house is get the garbage disposal and get the hot water tap in as soon as possible. Everything else I think like I could wait on, but those 2 things, they were top of my list. And the pull-out bins, but again, not as high priority as the garbage disposal and the hot water tap. So I hope that helps. If you are looking for a cost video, I've done one of them. And if you're looking for a Ren kitchen review video, I've also done one of them, which you can go and watch as well. I've got a tour video coming up, but I do just need someone to give me a hand with the filming on that, so that's coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.